Imagine the fog first. It is not the romantic, wispy mist of a European countryside. This is a heavy industrial gray, a living thing that tastes of salt water, unwashed bodies, and burning bituminous coal. It hangs low over the harbor, obscuring the water, until suddenly it breaks. And there it is, the Leviathan, New York City in the first decade of the 20th century. It is a beast waking up, stretching its limbs of iron and brick, ready to devour the world. To understand this city, you must first understand the noise. It is a sonic assault that never ceases, a symphony of chaos that signifies the birth of the modern era. Standing on the docks of the Battery, the air vibrates. It is the deep, mournful bellow of the ocean liners, the RMS Oceanic and the Deutschland, giants of steel bringing the old world to the new. It is the sharp, piercing shriek of the tugboats fighting the Hudson currents. But turn your back to the water, look north, and the sound changes. It becomes a rhythmic, metallic clatter. The elevated trains, the L, rumble overhead on 3rd Avenue, blotting out the sun, shaking the foundations of the buildings below, raining hot oil and ash onto the pedestrians in their bowler hats. Down on the cobblestones, it is a war of transportation. The clip-clop of 1,000 horses pulling drays and hansom cabs fights for dominance with the sputtering, coughing explosion of the early automobiles, those terrifying new machines that smell of gasoline and danger. This is a city growing in two directions at once, frantically outward and impossibly upward. Look at the skyline. It is jagged like a broken set of teeth, but beautiful in its violence. The Flatiron Building has just risen at the intersection of 23rd Street and Broadway, a triangular prow of a ship sailing through a sea of commerce. People are afraid of it. They stand on the sidewalk, craning their necks, whispering that it will blow over in the first strong gale. But it stands. It stands because the age of stone is over and the age of steel has begun. High above the streets, men are walking on beams no wider than a dinner plate. They are the Skywalkers, the Mohawks, and the Irish, dancing with death 1,000 feet in the air, tossing red-hot rivets into buckets with the casual grace of boys playing catch. They are stitching the sky together, floor by floor. But to truly feel the pulse of 1900, you cannot stay in the clouds. You must descend into the belly of the beast. You must go to the Lower East Side. Here, the density of human existence is terrifying. It is the most crowded place on Earth. Walk down Hester Street or Orchard Street. You cannot see the ground. It is a river of humanity, a churning current of pushcarts and pedestrians. The air here is thick with the scent of pickle barrels, curing leather, roasting chestnuts, and the sweat of 100,000 laborers. It is the Tower of Babel reborn. Yiddish, Italian, Polish, Russian, a dozen languages swirl together in the air, shouting to be heard, shouting to sell, shouting to survive. The tenements tower over the streets, blocking the light. Inside, families of 10 sleep in shifts in a single room, working by the dim flicker of gaslight, sewing garments for the uptown department stores. It is a place of wretched poverty, yes, but also of ferocious ambition. Every pushcart peddler dreams of a storefront. Every storefront owner dreams of a factory. The energy here is desperate and electric. It is the engine room of the American dream, fueled by raw hunger.
Now, cut away. Leave the smell of herring and unwashed wool behind. Travel north past the reservoir to 5th Avenue. The transition is so abrupt it feels like a hallucination. The noise fades, the air clears, the frantic cobblestones are replaced by smooth pavement, cushioned by the rubber tires of electric broughams. This is the realm of the Gilded Age, the playground of the Astors, the Vanderbilts, and the Morgans. Here the city does not smell of coal, it smells of expensive tobacco, French perfume, and cold, hard cash. The mansions line the avenue like stone palaces stolen from the Loire Valley, fortresses of limestone guarding the secrets of the ultra-rich. Inside, the world is draped in velvet and illuminated by the harsh, dazzling brilliance of the newly installed electric chandeliers. Dinner parties here are military operations of silverware and crystal, where the fate of railroads and steel mills is decided over courses of canvas-back duck and terrapin soup. They look out their windows at the Central Park, a manicured illusion of nature, pretending that the chaotic, heaving slum just a few miles south does not exist. But they know it does. They can feel the vibration of it in the ground. The city is changing so fast that maps are obsolete before the ink is dry. Beneath the feet of the millionaires and the paupers alike, a new world is being dug. The subway. It is a hellscape of mud, dynamite, and darkness. Thousands of sandhogs are burrowing through the bedrock of Manhattan, risking the bends and cave-ins to create the veins that will finally connect the severed limbs of the boroughs. When it opens, it changes the concept of time and space. Suddenly, the city is not just a collection of neighborhoods, it is a single, unified organism. A man can live in the Bronx and work on Wall Street. The blood of the city begins to pump faster, harder, rushing through these tiled arteries at 40 miles an hour. As the sun begins to set, the character of the city transforms again. The gray smoke turns to a bruised purple, and then the lights come on. This is the magic trick of the 20th century. In London or Paris, the night is still fought with gas lamps. In New York, electricity is the new god. Broadway from 14th Street to 42nd explodes into the Great White Way. It is blinding. Thousands of incandescent bulbs spell out the names of theaters and vaudeville shows, chasing away the shadows. Inside, the Ziegfeld Follies offer a kaleidoscope of feathers and rhinestones, a spectacle of excess that mirrors the city itself.
But the night also belongs to the shadows. In the Tenderloin district, the graft and the vice are open secrets. Corrupt policemen swing their nightsticks, collecting protection money from the gambling dens and the brothels. The smoke-filled halls of Tammany Hall are where the real government operates, a machine of patronage where a turkey at Christmas buys a vote in November. It is a city of sharp elbows and hidden knives. Danger lurks in the blind spots of the gaslight. The newsboys on the corners scream headlines of murder, of anarchist bombings, of scandals that ruin reputations overnight. It is a place where you can make a fortune on Tuesday and be found floating in the East River on Friday. Yet despite the grime, the corruption, and the crushing inequality, there is an optimism here that is almost blinding. You see it in the eyes of the immigrants stepping off the ferry at Ellis Island, weeping at the sight of the Statue of Liberty. You hear it in the rhythm of the ragtime piano spilling out of the saloons. You feel it in the vibrations of the jackhammers that never stop. This city believes with a religious fervor that tomorrow will be bigger than today. It believes that there is no problem that engineering and money cannot solve. It is arrogant, loud, rude, and overwhelmingly alive. New York in the 1900s is not just a city, it is a crucible. It takes the old, the tired, and the poor, and it burns away their pasts in a furnace of ambition. It demands everything you have, your sweat, your morals, your sanity, and in return, it offers you the chance to be part of the greatest show on earth. As the midnight bells toll from Trinity Church, echoing through the canyons of Wall Street, the city does not sleep. It merely takes a breath, resets its gears, and prepares to build itself all over again the next morning. It is a monster. It is a miracle. It is the center of the world.